This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So as we're recording this, tomorrow is Father's Day.
Yes.
So we cannot even talk about what happened on Father's Day because it's yet to happen. But I realized I should have given you your Father's Day gift before we started this so we could talk about it.
Why did you got me a present?
I did.
Why'd you give me a present?
Because I thought it was funny.
Funny or funny?
Not sexual.
Well, fuck that. I don't want those kind of presents.
I don't have children with you, so I feel like it hits a little different on a Father's Day. I'm not going to thank you for the children we don't have. I mean, maybe I should actually.
Yeah, but we have the kids together. You've been in the house and they've been in school and everything. So
Right.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm a father.
You are, yes.
I'm a father of many. Was I considered Tinka's father too?
I don't know. Did you consider yourself Tinka's father? Let's go start
I
there.
consider myself more of Nora's father than Tinka's father.
That makes sense.
So it's kind of the same realm
Right.
with the kids.
Right.
Right.
Because you were there at Nora's birth, if you will.
Right. But now we have the grandbaby, so you feel
Right.
like that baby was born in your tenure.
I mean, right. Does Father's Day hit a little different now that you're grandpops?
I don't know. I was actually going to go over and see Tanner today, but we ended up getting canceled out because my mom's shitting her pants.
Okay, so you and your mom are going to go see Tanner and the baby today.
Yeah, why didn't you go? I guess none of us went, so it doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, we might go over on Thursday or whatever. Let's get back to my mom shitting her pants.
Let's get back to that. Why do we need to wrap around to that?
I went to the dog park after swimming today, and Mom was like, "I go, can we we always take a lap at her dog park by her house?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Well, if I have to leave early, then I got to hurry and leave early." I said, "Why?" She says, "My stomach's acting up." I said,
Oh.
"What?" And she said, "I have diarrhea." And I said, "Well, if you really got to go that bad, just go on the ground and I'll pick it up with a dog bag."
Gross, first of
And
all.
throw it
Which
away.
you would not do that either.
I probably would. What if I have to wipe my mom's ass one day? I'll do it.
I don't know if you would.
I mean, I have to do it. What if I'm the only one to take care of her?
I mean, right.
You think my sister's going to wipe her ass?
You wouldn't just hire like a home care person?
No,
Oh,
I would
okay.
not. I would
Then
do
that's
it
very
myself.
Nice of you.
I mean, I saw my granny knit nude.
Right. I get, yeah.
Like, I saw my mom nude when I was a little kid, probably.
Well, I mean, I feel like you usually see
I don't really remember, though.
Right.
But,
You almost found out today, I guess.
right. She said, well, if I poop my pants, then I'll just scurry back and clean them out.
Oh,
shake them out in the toilet.
Okie dokes.
I
Hey,
should-
this is like an in-depth conversation about this
That's what we
subject.
talked about at the dog park. That's what we talked about.
Oh, good Lord.
That is what we talked about. We talked about her bird getting her wings clipped and her shit in her pants.
Oh, okay.
That was the whole talk around the
Well,
dog
then
park.
my favorite thing is you come home telling me this, and I'm like, oh no, did she eat something weird or something? What'd she eat for breakfast? What did she eat for breakfast?
First she had Bailey's on the rocks
That right there would make me shit my
with
pants.
some bacon.
All of those combined, just right on out, clear out the.
If I had Bailey's and bacon, that's
Right.
that's called B&B. It's not breakfast in bed. It's Bailey's and bacon.
Throw a D on the end for diarrhea, and you're set.
Bailey's bacon, then diarrhea.
BBD.
Yeah, BBD or
It's like
Diane.
IBS, she got BBD.
Right, BBD. I'm gonna call her up and say. She had all these plans. She was going to go see the baby, then she's going to go out to Marietta's, the Mexican
Were they
food.
really going to go there? Was I right to call it?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
they were going to go to
Very
Marietta's.
predictable.
But I don't think it's smart to go to Mexican food when you.
I wonder
when
if they
you're-
still went. I'm curious.
Well, I heard that a margarita will cure your
heard.
diarrhea.
A little salt.
I heard a margarita and a little refried beans usually take
Oh
care
my
of the
God,
diarrhea.
So gross.
I know, but no, I think she has a little bug. Is what
Oh,
she has.
okay.
So she wanted to go see the film, right? Go
As
see the
a
baby.
wise
and,
choice.
Yeah. So I called Tanner. He was kind of bummed out, but what are you going to do? I was
Right.
kind of bummed out last night
Why?
because we had your cousin's dinner.
Cousin's night.
Your first cousin's night. So I walk in there and say hi to everybody, and everybody's looking at me a little weird.
Well, it was
and-
just three cousins were there at
Right.
that point.
3 cousins. And so I go and I said, oh, I guess I'll sit across from Kiley to talk.
Right.
So I sit next to Danica, and Danica's like, no.
I said no as well.
Yeah. And I go, oh, you want me away from all you cousins like
Right.
this? And
Well-
then the word came out that, oh, I didn't know. Aislinn goes, I go, where's Brody? She goes, well, I didn't know husbands. I thought it's just cousins.
Yes.
I wasn't told that spouses weren't coming to the
didn't know
dinner,
this
so I
either.
felt like an outcast right
So-
away.
Me and Stephanie apparently didn't get the memo and invited our spouses.
But I was there when we made the date.
I know, and so that's why I was just like, "Oh, spouses are coming. That's how we roll, right?" Apparently not. So we kind of put you and Matt at the end of the table.
Right, as outcasts of the whole thing.
Right.
Why the cousins just talked amongst themselves. Me and Matt just sit there and stared.
You did not. You talked amongst yourselves.
I talked a little bit to Matt, but then found out that we weren't wanted. Poor Matt didn't even eat.
I know. He was probably so
He was
upset
probably
because he felt so
He probably
unwanted.
had an upset stomach.
I do have to give Stephanie the funniest comment of the evening.
Stephanie?
Yes.
What'd she say?
Credit for that.
And if it's at my expense, Kylie, I'm
It
going to
is
be pissed.
100% of your. It's not out of your expense. It came through a series.
You're only glad I was there to defend myself.
So we were talking about
My back surgery or
well,
something.
no, my cousin Andy got knee surgery
yeah.
literally 3 days ago, but made it to cousin's night.
I
Props
can't
to him.
believe-
I can't believe it either.
He looked like by the end of the night he was hurting
today.
big time. Yeah.
But he made it out. We're all excited, and so we're talking about like his surgery, and Brody had his knee surgery done by the same doctor, and Aislin's saying how I think Brody had seen the notes, not Aislinn, that the doctor had wrote on his notes like that he's attractive. He was an attractive guy.
I never heard of a
I know,
doctor
so like, oh my
writing on
gosh,
the
like
notes.
you're putting that on the note?
He saw her chart or
Yeah.
whatever and said attractive guy.
Yeah.
You think he made that up and told that to
No,
Aislinn?
I don't think so. I mean, I think you would make that up. I don't think he would make that up.
I've seen it on my chart plenty of times.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about
Cool
that
guy.
kind of like surgery war stories. And I was saying how when you got your back surgery, you like went in one row, came out in the other. They had to flip you over all this stuff. So you're like, oh my God, they saw my dick? I'm like, yes, they saw your dick.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
And
right.
he's like, oh my God. And you're like, oh my God, it was probably like so shrunken in and little. And I'm like, well, I mean, yes, I'm sure every single surgical patient, that's the case.
They call it a button.
A button. And so Steph's like, Eric sure says attractive guy, little dick.
I didn't think that was funny at all, but all the cousins seemed to be. All the cousins thought that was very funny. And then they all started calling me Peanut.
Matt started calling you Peanut.
Yeah, and Kylie was the leader of this whole thing after that.
Made my day.
So I'm never going to the
Comment of
cousins.
the night.
I'm never going to cousins.
Well, you're
dinner
gonna
again.
make half of the cousins happy then.
Anyway, I was there when we made the appointment, basically, so I just assumed
You're
I
like,
was
I'm invited, right?
Yeah, I would have stayed home. I didn't want to because it was fun and everything.
Right.
I think now they know we're invited.
Okay, I think so. I think they just didn't realize, and we didn't make a reservation or anything, and 5 people is easier than 8 people, so.
Right. Now, if I had a cousin dinner, we'd have to rent a hall.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all my cousins we'd have to rent a hall. There'd be hundreds.
On one side, you don't have that many first cousins.
Well, I've a lot of I have a lot of cousins.
We're talking first cousins only.
Okay, I still have a lot of those.
On one side of your family.
What do you mean one side?
Well, your mom's or your dad's.
We gotta do both.
No, you don't do both together.
You don't even talk to your other cousin. We talk to all our cousins.
But not together, you don't. Jeff and Davey do not hang out.
We have a lot of times.
Oh, but
we
you
have
don't
a
now.
lot of times.
If you said I'm having a cousin's dinner, I don't think they'd both show up.
100% they would.
They would not.
Well, if
welcome
they
to our wedding party. They did not.
I know, but if they showed up, they would. Yes, they would, and they get along just fine.
I'm not saying they don't get along.
Like Michael,
I'm just
Davey,
saying. Michael's not a first
Jeff.
cousin. He doesn't count.
Oh yeah, I could marry Michael actually.
It's a whole other
Michael
problem.
wanted to marry my sister.
And
because
again,
they
a
were
whole
third
other
cousins.
problem.
But yeah, Michael and I weirdly we act like we're first cousins, but we're third cousins.
Right.
Yeah, so Michael could actually
He's
marry
not invited.
somebody. Yeah, you wouldn't be married if you're a third cousin. You wouldn't be invited.
I didn't
Only
even
a
know a
first.
third cousin. Yes, it was a first cousin's dinner.
A first cousin. Well, I have plenty of
Right.
first cousins. I still have to rent a hall. Big room. The back room at Los Compadres, at least.
Okie dokes.
Jeez Louise.
I don't know. Are you trying to
This
like
is so
flex
technical.
flex so you have a bigger family than me? Congratulations.
I'm trying to flex because you're calling me Peanut Dick.
I did not.
Basically did in front of your whole family. They're gonna be calling me Peanut forever.
Do you want to know something funny
I'm the
though?
butt. I am the
Do you
butt
want to
of
know
the joke.
something funny though?
Yeah, go ahead.
That my nickname from my parents used to call me as a kid was Peanut.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I'll say, oh, you called me that because Kylie's nickname was Peanut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got something for you then, if you want to call me that.
I've never once called you Peanut.
I know. Okay, I'm taking it too personal.
I don't have I don't have a problem with
Just-
the
just-
girth in your pants.
Nice, dear. Yeah. Keep going. Okay,
What?
now I'm fine.
Oh, okay, no. You
Now
just
I'm
needed like
fine.
the world to know that you don't have a peanut dick.
No, the joke was fun, and I laughed with everybody, but I was a little hurt inside.
Well, it's not true though, so
I
it's
know.
fine.
Could be true.
It's not
When I was
though.
getting the back surgery, it
I
was.
mean, it might have been
Yeah.
that day.
Okay. Anyway, let's get off of this. I don't like talking about this stuff.
Well, you keep dragging it out.
Right. Kiley after work on Friday.
What did I do?
She gets in her car.
Oh.
And she calls me up. And I say, "What are you doing?" And I'm expecting her to
Tell me I'm going to Target?
Yeah, tell you you're going to go to Target. And she says she's been wanting to get her passport done
For 17
for
years.
17 years. And I go, "You're really actually doing it?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm leaving now and going to get my passport done."
Right, because
I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
am the queen of procrastination, and I will put it off for 7 more months. I will give next week. It'd be like the roadie's in town. I get such a pain to drive down there. I can't go. Oh, we're going on vacation. Can't go. Oh, it's too hot outside. I'll find an excuse to not go.
But the best part is,
So
you did it really fast. You did like an
it
hour
was so fast,
or
and
whatever, and that's driving there too.
It was way easier than I thought it was going to be because I expected I had like 3 name changes,
Right.
3 name changes, a divorce, a marriage.
Because Kiley's legal name is Kiley Lagomarsino Petrillo.
Right.
So that's a long ass
It is.
name.
And so I thought that I was going to have to show like divorce decrees, marriage license, all this shit. And so I had everything ready. And it was like the easiest process ever. Apparently with the real ID, because they have like checked everything already, that it's like way easier.
Oh, you're already like
That's
in
what
the
she
system.
said. She's like, "Oh, you have the real ID. This makes it easy." And I was like,
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
But tell the folks what happened when it came time to take your picture.
So I
This
went
was
to
really
the
funny.
Washoe County Clerk's office, which was very helpful because I thought my case was going to be a pain. And they'll also take your picture for you. So she's like, "Okay, we have like software from the government software that recognizes if like there's like if you're basically it's if you're smiling too much, if you have too much teeth." So she's like, "Try not to show too much teeth," which she must have already been like, "This bitch is toothy." And so I'm like, "Okay."
I've always told you your teeth are too big.
Right.
They're not too big. You have nice white teeth. They're huge.
I did I like a half smile for me. And she's like, that was too much teeth. Your teeth are too big. It's too much." And I was like, "Oh."
She told you your teeth are too big.
So I'm like, "Okay."
That's the weirdest thing.
I will go like half of that half. Still, no.
Your teeth are too big.
It's too much teeth. I'm like, "God damn it." So I eventually have to do like a no teeth smile, which is so out of my
just like a
norm.
smirk.
Yeah. So finally I do that. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, we got it."
Can you
like,
even do that without showing your teeth?
It's really hard.
I know.
So I was like, "Great, I got my passport done, but I just really got it confirmed that I have large teeth."
My brother Matt's never going to get a passport again.
I don't know how
he has the largest teeth.
He must not be smiling.
He has the largest teeth in India.
He can't be smiling.
You know what though? Not only does he have the largest teeth in India, he has the nicest teeth in India.
Right.
Most people in India don't even have. They're missing teeth and stuff.
Okay, pot calling the kettle black over there.
Well, yeah, I got fake teeth, but I mean, most people in India just leave them
like
as it is. Yeah. But maybe that's why Matt moved to India. In America, he didn't have the nicest teeth, but he moves there and he does.
His teeth are not that bad.
They're just real big.
I feel his pain.
Are you and Matt related?
Maybe.
You have the same birthday. Maybe you are.
No, we're 7 years apart,
right.
But maybe.
I'm going to ask him all this. We're going to see him.
I'm curious to see what his passport.
I want to see his passport picture.
He can't be smiling.
Then I want to see his driver's license picture.
You can smile on the driver's license.
I don't know. We'll see.
But I was just like, "Oh man."
His teeth could be too big for the driver's license picture, though. The whole picture is just teeth.
That's how I feel like now everything in my life is just teeth. And sadly, I've had my teeth ground down.
Because they're hangovers.
Because they're too big. The orthodontist told me they were
pretty,
too big.
Though. You just got giant teeth.
You have giant teeth.
Those are some choppers, man. People would kill for those teeth.
I know.
Yeah, especially like, Imagine if someone had to get false teeth and they took the mold of your teeth for their mouth.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if your teeth could even fit in my mouth.
Probably not. I have a large mouth.
Right. Wow.
According to the dentist.
That's good.
Right.
That's good for Peanut Man over here.
Hot dog in a hallway over there. Just kidding.
What did you say? Hot dog in a hallway? That's so rude.
Just kidding. You've never heard of that?
Yes, I've heard of that. But not for a mouth, if you know what I mean.
Is he like a cocktail wiener?
Yeah. Okay.
Anywho.
Are we stopping with this
You
thing?
brought it back back
No,
up.
I
Not
didn't.
me.
Okay, rewind. I'm really
Yes.
enjoying you, and
Oh, okay.
I'm
Thank
really
you. My
enjoying you
big
lately. I
teeth.
don't know why.
I know you
I
are.
like your big teeth. I've never said nothing bad about your big teeth other than they're big. I don't know. But you're working on your tan because you're really
Yes.
white
So we're okay.
because you want to
Again,
get
pot cutting the kettle black. You are not much better over there.
my legs. I don't know why, but
Yeah, you have a farmer's tan, so your arms are tan.
did you see me lately?
I see you every
Oh,
day.
I thought it's getting better, but my arms are so dark because
Right, you are out
I
of
need to
this.
start working in a tank top, but I don't know
Oof.
if they have one of
Maybe you
those.
should ask Janet
A
if you
couple
could get
company
one.
tank top, yeah.
I bet Scott wants one.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so Kylie's been getting real tan and trying to get her
Right,
base
a
for
base,
Newport,
right, and
which is
it's just
really
the
good.
summer general. So I've been sitting out on like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like an hour, hour and a half, getting a nice glow,
Reading her book,
reading
of
my book.
course.
Well, I have goals to finish these
Yeah.
books, so
Kylie has some theory that I like her better when she's tan. Like I
I,
treat
I
her
think
better.
at this point it's not a
Do I
theory.
treat you better?
Yeah,
Like I treat
you
you
just like
nicer.
generally like me better, and like in all aspects of life.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of shallow and rude, right?
absolutely.
But you don't mind it. You like it.
I mean, I
I guess you
guess.
like it.
I mean, you in the winter when you are calling me like pasty white, it does not make me feel great.
Oh,
But
okay. When I call you powder.
right. But you got pretty white this winter as well, so you didn't really have a leg to stand on.
Right. I like having a nice. I mean, I don't want skin cancer or
Doesn't
anything. I
everybody
just
want?
want a
I mean,
nice
I think
tan.
everybody wants a nice glow,
But
but it's,
nowadays we can put a fake tan. Why don't I just do that?
I do in the winter.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you did when you put your dress on and see
Yeah.
your nice dress and everything on. You know, one thing I was a little offended on you for now when we're talking.
I'm not sure.
It's not the peanut thing anymore. We're done with that.
So what else are you offended by me for?
And I don't want to talk about this whole podcast. We talked about farting the whole podcast before. But I went into the closet to hide from you.
What do you mean to hide from
Yeah,
me?
so you didn't.
We
In
also
the
have
closet, you
this-
can't hear anything.
It's not necessarily true, but it's like the smallest closet in the world.
But whenever
also.
you're talking in the closet, I can't even hear
It is
anything.
muffly and you can't hear very
Yeah,
well.
so I went in there and I squatted over, and the hamper happens to be there, and I farted, and I go, "Oh, I'm in the clear," and I walk out, and Kylie's like, "Nice out," or looking at me side eye or
Right.
something.
Which the thing of that whole statement is, why did you fart into the hamper?
Because the hamper was there, I kind of squatted over it. I don't
What?
know why. Like it was the toilet, but it's
Like
not.
you were shitting in the hamper, but you farted in the hamper.
I guess so. Yeah. That's kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
Yeah,
I
we should
can
actually edit. Dan, edit
I
that
can
out. Of
honestly
this.
say I've never farted in a hamper.
I mean, I don't know if it's in a hamper, just air.
The air was
Anyway.
pushed into the clothes in the hamper.
Right. Just wash those clothes.
They're in there for a reason.
You know, it's kind of a weird thing.
Oh,
I
I
just
changed
thought of
the
this a little
subject,
bit.
what?
Yeah, changing the subject. We're still on the bathroom subject.
Okay, great.
I went to the bank with my dad and I had to go pee really bad.
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Can I use the bathroom?" And they said, "No, customers cannot use the bathroom." And I'm thinking, I don't think you can use the bathroom in banks because
I can see of the risk.
because they don't want you like robbing the bank somehow through the
Or
bathroom.
you get like
something.
stuck in the bath, or you wait in the bathroom for like hours
Until they
something
leave.
happens, or you go in the bathroom to like get your weapons out or something.
Yeah, or some bomb or something like
right.
that.
So I can see the threat involved in
But
that.
now that I think about it, I've never been able or gone to the bathroom at a bank.
I've never needed to. I'm not gonna lie.
So apparently that's the best place to go to the bathroom because it's not all stinky and gross.
But I was thinking, like, what if you're in there, like, let's say you're like buying a house or something, you're getting a loan, and you're there for a while,
like an hour and a half signing papers.
documents. And they usually are like, can I get you a beverage? What if you have to go? Do they be like, okay, well, we know you've been here for a while.
They
we
might
get
have
it.
to escort you and stay with you.
Which
to
is
tell her.
fine. But I'm thinking if you're there for maybe like an extended thing for a purpose, they're like, okay, we'll let you use the bathroom. But if you're like strolling in to make a deposit, they're like, fuck you, Starbucks is next door.
Right. I don't know if you know this at all, but my mom worked at a bank
I
for
did know
probably
that.
like 6, 7, 8 years, that long.
I didn't know she worked that long.
All of my high school years and more.
Oh.
Yeah. And she liked it. She liked the bank. She had to quit the bank because she started the bank because my parents were having a little bit of financial trouble and they wanted insurance.
Oh, smart.
And so my mom started working at the bank to get the insurance.
Right.
And health insurance. She had 4 kids,
Right.
And so then she ended up liking it. And so when she first started, she'd come home crying because she had to learn everything and it was hard on her, But and anyway, she ended up being like, the queen of the bank. But my mom will know this answer.
If
Now-
you can go to the bathroom at the bank.
Yeah, but it was funny when my mom worked at the bank on Fridays. I would go over there sometimes, and after the bank hours closed at 5 or 6 or whatever it was, they would all they would make margaritas and drinks and have drinks and smoke cigarettes in the bank.
Okay, there's I'm gonna go with it
And so
because a different time, so you're drinking and smoking in a bank maybe isn't as weird as it would be now.
I don't think you can do it now, probably.
My concern with this whole statement, though, is that you're saying on a Friday night, I willingly chose to go hang out with my mom, who's 20 years older than me, and her coworkers to drink at a bank instead of hanging out with my friends at a bar.
Right.
Like,
We used to go to the bank on Friday and
you
hang
say
out.
we. Who's we?
My ex.
Oh, you.
We'd go
Well,
hang
I mean,
out.
also, what's wrong with her?
Right. And then we go to the hacienda or something after. Or
With your
my
mom?
dad would go in there and once in a while. And
I mean, your
My
dad
mom-
going in there is fine.
everywhere my mom worked, she turned like Fridays or Saturdays like into a party at work.
I mean, that's fun.
Yeah, she when she
But
worked
I
at the
find
Grog
it-
and Grist liquor store. They would go out and party after, and everybody liked it. And then my mom's really good. She kind of like Skylar, sneaking stuff all the time
Right.
and everything, breaking the rules a little bit.
Skylar and your mom are very similar
Yeah.
people.
And so they really liked her at work. She was the most popular teller.
I find it interesting that as a young man in his 20s, his Friday night plans.
I would still do it. I go down to the
We're
smoking bar and
hanging
hang out with
out
my mom.
with your mom at the bank.
Right. The banks where it was happening, man. The banks.
Okay.
Yeah, the banks where it's happening. But my mom will know this answer, and I wonder if we should call her up right now.
I don't have my phone on me. It's charging.
You don't? Okay.
No,
well,
it was dying.
well, we'll get her on the podcast. Actually, that's a good question to ask her. And if anybody knows that answer, bring us in or call us up or whatever. Or
Don't call us up.
Or let's send a message or whatever, Or I wonder if these guys know.
They don't.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage
America.
And Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs.
Speaking of America.
America. Oh, you want to talk about the protests
Why not?
today?
No, that's not where I was going to go.
Oh, I thought you were going to.
No, I
we
was gonna
drove
go
through a protest
that it's
today.
the 250th birthday of the military.
Right, but that's part of the protest.
No, the part of the protest is because it's Trump's birthday.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I didn't really know that.
That's Trump's
That's why they're
birthday
saying
as
he's
well.
a king and stuff like
Right.
this.
So they're saying he planned this birthday party on his birthday on purpose. So we could basically be like for him.
Well,
He may
whatever.
or may not have.
I
I'm
have
not
no
going to say
idea.
that he didn't.
He might have. He probably just
Right.
likes it. But we drove through a protest. And
But I'm
people
just
have
gonna,
wasted their time protesting.
I'm also going to say though, as the military, I feel like they probably had this planned out a lot longer than starting on January 20th.
Yeah, I would hope so.
So I'm guessing it probably didn't get planned because it was on his birthday.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't
maybe,
think so
Maybe it's the
either.
real
I feel like-
birthday of it.
I feel like the parade was planned purposely on this day, like probably years ago.
Right.
But I don't really know.
We don't really
Anywho.
know. But we drove through a protest.
Okay, you're forgetting the whole military aspect, though.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I was. It's America. I think
America.
it's pretty cool that.
Yeah.
our
I'm glad.
military's
I'm glad we live in
250
American.
250 years old.
I know. I would say I was going to guess like 150, not
No, but we're
250.
found in the 1700s, 1776 or whatever. So
Oh, okay. Then the
so
military.
that makes sense.
Yeah, then the military is fucking old.
1775, I guess, would be technically the correct answer.
Right. Now we're in Reno driving through these protests, and there's lesbian stuff out there.
It's also Pride Month.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
lot of lesbian stuff out. No, gay, lesbian, whatever.
Right.
I saw a lot
Pride.
of that.
Let's just
out
call
there.
it Pride to cover it all.
Yeah, we'll call it pride out there. There's a lot of pride out there, but no one's throwing rocks.
It was peaceful.
A lot of people, a lot of f words going out.
I don't appreciate that as much because there's also a lot of children. Which
Trump
I'm not sure
and-
if I agree with a child at a protest.
Right,
Like that.
and a
Or
lot- there were-
rally. Excuse me.
I
Was it a
couldn't-
rally?
No, it was
Another
It was a
protesting, I guess.
protest. It was a
It
lot
was
of
a
children.
peaceful protest.
Yeah, no one's throwing rocks now.
Yeah.
Now, look over at the LA ones, and they're
Not
bashing in police
peaceful.
cars.
Yeah.
And then I'm fine with peaceful, but just don't vandalize stuff.
I agree. I have no problem with the peaceful protest. Freedom of speech. It's written in our Constitution. You go for it. Speak whatever you want. But yeah, when we start like throwing rocks at cars and people and starting things on fire, destroying businesses, I
Yeah,
feel
destroying
like it's
cop cars and stuff
one
like
that's
that.
not
where-
peaceful anymore. That's a flat out riot. And
Yeah, and you got to take
it's
control of a
also
riot.
not productive for your fight. It actually makes people want to fight against you and what your reasoning is.
Yeah, and
That's why I don't understand why people don't understand that.
And usually with the protests and stuff like that, it never work
It doesn't work.
unless the majority of America is maybe doing it, but I don't think they are.
But I don't think what's going to happen if they were? Nothing. Sorry.
it's
That'd
going
be
to
rude.
persuade lawmakers to
No,
change a
it's
law
not. It's
because
not.
you have to change a law to make a change.
Right, and a protest isn't going to persuade your state to change it. You
I
need,
think it's
like,
just to persuade the next election. Maybe,
maybe,
I
but
mean,
that's
something
not
like
happening
that.
for 3
I
more
know
years.
they should
so-
hold the protests off for a while. But anyway, we were driving through it, and I was just like, these people are standing here in the hot sun
Right.
with signs on cardboard that you can't read.
My
half
biggest
of 'em.
concern with all of this is half of them wearing fucking masks. Why the fuck are we wearing masks?
I don't
still?
know.
I'm sorry.
One, so no one could see him, or two, it's a COVID thing. It can't be a COVID
Right.
thing.
I'm like, if you're this worried about
lot of
getting
masks.
sick, then don't show up.
A lot-
Sorry.
Some people had
I
N95.
got a problem with it. You're
So-
outside.
Some people had N95s, the big industrial
Right.
ones.
I
on.
also
I'm
have
what
like
the
an
hell is that?
anti thing with masks from COVID. I fucking hate them.
Right.
I'm cussing because I'm passionate about a no mask.
You cuss all you want, babe. You
I
do
hate a
it.
mask. I hated the masks when I had to wear them.
I know. It was horrible.
I had mask knee also, and it was not good.
You got acne from your
Oh
mask?
God, yes.
Oh, because you had to wear it at
Don't
work
you
all day.
remember? I used to get them so
Oh,
bad
like
on
on
my
your
jaw.
chin. Yeah, your jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
you
it-
benefited from it, but
Because I popped them?
uh-huh.
Yeah. Actually, I liked COVID.
Because
of
you got
that.
to pop up
Yeah.
on my mask knees.
Well, hopefully we don't have any more COVID or mask.
No,
You know why we don't have any COVID? Because we drink plenty of this. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party.
So every day when I'm up at the lake, I kind of have the same kind of schedule. I get up there at the same time, right?
Right.
And I get in my truck and I cruise through Carnelian Bay. And
Okay.
right as I get to the end of Carnelian Bay, that's on Lake Tahoe, folks that don't know, I'm always right behind the school bus who stops and picks up the kids.
Okay.
And so I'm always at one or two cars behind the school bus, and they have to stop because the signs go out.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And at the school bus, all the little kids, I say they're anywhere from 2nd to 5th grade.
Okay.
And the parents come down. I mean, it's not like the old days where the kids just stand at the bus stop.
Right.
Each kid has a
parent
car with a
watching.
parent, or a parent walk
Right.
them down or whatever and watching them. But at this particular bus stop,
Mm-hmm.
I would say there's about 12 kids,
Okay.
and there are 12 dads,
Dads.
no moms.
Interesting.
I see the same kids, same dads, 12 dads,
Interesting.
no moms. There's moms at the other bus stops because it goes down more, and there's some moms.
Mm-hmm.
But this is all dads. Now, here's the interesting thing. All these dads
Or
are
wearing Viore
my
sweats.
age or older than me.
Oh, do they all have sweatpants on? Viore
A
sweatpants.
lot of them have sweatpants on.
Viore sweatpants.
A lot of them have. Yeah, you're right. Or some of them have like gray beards and they're kind of flannel shirt hippie guys. Like they're like
Oh.
65 years old or something.
Oh, interesting.
So I think a lot of older guys married younger women, had kids, and now they stay home there because they're kind of retired and take the kids. The moms probably still work or whatever.
This could literally be your.
Oh,
the
it could
boat
be
you're
me
in.
and you.
Right.
Totally. I could be hanging out with the dads with the grayness going on and put them on the,
The
bus.
grayness and my sweatpants.
Yeah, they're all by. I've
You
had
fit right in with those
Yeah,
sweatpants.
and I've had my windows. I've had my windows down, and they're
So you
like,
hear, you
"Bye,
listen?
Dad," and the kids are giving the
Not
kids
bye,
a kiss.
Grandpa.
No one said bye, Grandpa, at all. And they're waving at the bus and everything, and they all like talk to each other and probably go to the coffee shop and have coffee or something.
Oh,
But isn't that funny? They're all dads, and they're
That
all
is pretty
old.
funny.
No-
That
there's
is
not, There's not
interesting.
one young guy at this bus. I mean,
Interesting.
there are other bus stops, yeah, maybe, but
there's
not
one
this
particular bus stop.
stop is the old fucking guy with young kids and young wife. I'm thinking they have young wives.
I would assume so.
But that's kind of wild.
That is kind of funny.
I know, and I've stopped behind this bus probably 4 or 5 times.
So
now,
you're
it's
like,
the same
well,
kids.
now school's
and
out, so you're
same-
not gonna
Yeah.
see.
Well, actually, on Friday, they must still be in school there.
Oh, that's weird.
It's Tahoe. I mean, they had a different schedule there.
don't
I stopped
know.
on Friday. I stopped
Yeah.
at the bus stop.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm assuming school's maybe out now. But
Right? Yeah.
I just found that just funny.
It is funny.
I remember when we were in Manhattan Beach and Skylar was playing soccer, her short-lived soccer career,
You're right.
and she was on the Bumblebees or whatever. The worst team Sky could ever be on is the Bumblebees. She
Right.
hates bees. But there was this kid on her team, and everybody thought this little girl was the grandpa bringing him.
Oh,
He was probably
no.
75 years
Oh,
old.
shit.
Yeah, something like that. And he would go and he'd be watching the thing, and even the people would say, "Oh, go with your grandpa." And she's
Oh,
like, "Oh no, that's my
no.
dad." And he'd be like, "Oh," and then the wife would come out, and the wife is like 28,
Right.
30 years old.
Oh.
And it looked like her father and
Oh,
the grandpa
right.
to the kid.
Yes.
It just didn't look right. and
It
he's all.
doesn't. I
I mean, I'm
know.
sure they're in Manhattan Beach. I'm sure he's very wealthy.
I mean, I'm just, I guess, amazed that at 75 or 70 when he had this kid that
yeah.
shit
I
was
heard
working.
Steve Martin had a kid really late in life.
He did.
Did he
Somebody
marry
else did
someone
too.
younger?
I don't know.
Well,
Someone
Alec
else-
Baldwin had a bunch of kids
Al
late.
Pacino had one too.
Oh, Al Pacino had one really old.
like
He was-
recently, yeah.
Al Pacino's like 80.
He literally has a baby.
Wow.
No, he does. And I was listening to Jeff Lewis because he has
His ex-wife on.
D'Angelo. What's
Yeah.
her name?
The mom from Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Or
I
Vacation.
can't think of her first name, but D'Angelo.
Beverly.
Beverly D'Angelo. I don't
Beverly
think they were
D-
ever married.
Oh, but she went out with Al Pacino
They have two.
forever?
They have twins together. And so,
And the twins are older now, like adults.
no,
Oh, they had him that.
I think they're in high school.
So she had him in her 40s.
Yeah,
She's old.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
60s.
yeah.
probably.
She had him late in life too.
Wow.
But and so Jeff asked her do your kids see the baby? And she's like, no, he doesn't ever have the baby. She's like, because she's they're friends.
He's
Still.
80. He doesn't
Yeah.
even know he
She's
has a baby. Probably.
Yeah, she's like, he never sees the baby. She's like,
Right.
no, the kids still don't even know it. They just know that they have a sibling out there.
They don't even know it.
They know they have one.
The
but
dad's probably like,
he's like, I don't
where
want
this-
any,
where
really
did this
anything to
kid-
do. Right.
Like, where did this
with
kid
the
come
baby
from? Yeah.
that I can't
Like by the time the kids graduate, he's gonna be dead probably, 98
right.
or whatever. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's sad and interesting.
Did he knock the lady up?
I would assume
Through-
yes.
Yeah, good for him.
Right.
Probably took some work.
Right.
That's good.
And
Maybe-
don't
unless
they say when you get
extracted-
older, your sperm count lowers and stuff too? So
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah, I wonder if he maybe one of the extracted it.
I don't think so. I feel like maybe.
I don't know.
don't know.
I mean, he doesn't look like the healthiest of guys, but maybe he is. I don't know. He's the
It's Dick,
hoorah.
Dick healthy.
Hoorah. That's his trademark. Hoorah.
Okay. Well,
Al
nobody knows
Pacino.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, bullshit. Hoorah. He's always yelling. He delivers every line in a yell.
Okay.
He does. Dear, I got a question for you.
What?
I asked you this,
What?
and then I asked Podcast Dan this, and I don't know why I'm hooked on this question. Would you rather be invisible for a week, or I give you $1 million?
Invisible for a week.
Would you rather be invisible for a week, or I give you $10 million?
That gets tougher.
What would you pick? I would still pick invisible for a week.
I don't know. I start to waver on that one.
Right. Because you had a lot of purses you could buy. Or
Oh my
whatever,
God, I
yeah.
could do a lot of things with
Yeah.
$10 million.
Right.
Can't do as much
But
with $1 million.
when I asked Podcast Dan this, he says, always invisible for a week, because I would plot that whole week. I wouldn't even sleep and figure out how to
Make
steal
more money.
or make
Okay.
more
I wouldn't
money,
think
$10
steal,
million.
but okay.
Well, he's like, I would just hang out in the bank, watch him do the vault, and all this kind of stuff. I said, but to steal it, the bags would be going down the street, and they'd be you see the
Right.
bags or whatever. And then what about your fingerprints? Do you leave them still? He told me I would just put Scotch tape on my
Oh.
fingertips.
Okay, I feel like maybe we should be
Because
worried about Dan.
Because it would be clear. It would be clear tape. You can't wear gloves,
Right.
and you'll see maybe you wear clear gloves,
Right.
really clear gloves, not white.
I don't think they make clear gloves.
But when I told this to him, he's really thinking about this.
this is
Yeah.
disturbing, maybe.
Would you watch anybody take a shower or anything? Like a couple
Uh,
people just sneak in their house
Obviously,
and watch 'em?
you would. This is what your
No,
dream would be.
I-
I don't get much enjoyment. out
Forget
of
the
it.
money. I just want to see people naked.
Yeah, you'd be watching people have sex and stuff. I
Oh,
know you. Ew,
yeah,
who
but-
are you?
Yeah, and you can't take anything. So I don't know. So maybe it's better. I'd be better off just taking the money because it wouldn't be good for.
I
me
feel like
to
it would
be
just want to hear
invisible.
what people are really saying.
My God, you just sit there and just
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that's what you really think, eh?
yeah. Or wouldn't you just go to maybe celebrity's house? Or
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know,
something
the
fun
White,
like that.
the White House.
Yeah, just to see what really is happening.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking about, you would have to, if you're invisible, you'd have to be no clothes naked
I guess so.
because your clothes wouldn't be invisible.
Right.
They would just be a jacket, like the old classic invisible. You had the hat,
Yes,
jacket, and
yes.
gloves walking down the street. So 10 million's your mark.
I probably, yeah.
Because for $1 million, it'd really be fun to be invisible. For a week.
Right.
Really fun. Like if you want to go anywhere,
feel like 10
it's only
million
a
might be
week
funner
though.
than
But you just
invisible.
hop on an airplane,
Right.
sit in a seat.
Do whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
private jet, even whatever you want.
You just hop on somebody's jet.
Yeah, let's go.
Where are we going?
Right. Some wild stuff.
Could be fun.
We're going to the white party from Diddy.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
I know.
You could have learned
I'd
a lot
probably
a few
check it
years
out.
ago.
I'd
Then.
probably
Oh my
go
God,
check
you're
it
probably
out.
like, can I? Can I go to Epstein Island? Your dreams.
They wouldn't let me on Epstein Island because I sound so good.
Oh boy.
You sound so good.
With this nasally old voice,
Yes, but it's so clean.
that's why we use Fibonacci Sound Studio, located in Reno, Nevada, led by an Emmy-nominated audio producer.
Fibonacci specializes in voiceovers and voice recordings for games, television, and film production.
So you're saying, if Fibonacci can make my nasally voice sound this good,
Then anybody else's will sound like music to your ears.
for more information or to book an audio session, go to FibonacciSoundStudio.com.
Or call 775-357-8580.
Speaking of going on the airplane, we riled up my sister-in-law
I don't know if we riled her
about
up,
these
per se.
nudes, and she called me up and she goes, "I would only do it if I had Emirates Airlines,
Like her own.
and a own suite."
Well, because you know what they do on Emirates Airline? You
What?
probably don't. Like you get like there's a bathroom like with a shower and everything.
Like a nice bathroom.
Yeah,
Like a lot of square footage too.
Yes, like a bathroom, and you
Yeah.
get like you can take a shower, you can get ready, you can.
Yeah.
They do windows, so you have like a 45-minute window.
Do they clean it between time?
I think they do.
Oh, they do.
So you have like a window of time in that bathroom.
That's
So
cool.
that's what she's saying. I would only do it in one of those.
Can you go in together, two people?
I don't know.
Or they don't allow that?
I probably don't want to allow that.
Right. Like a husband and wife can't go in
They
together and
probably
take a
don't
shower.
want that because they're like, you two are gonna fuck.
Right.
Right.
But anyway,
But yes, she was like, absolutely not. I am not that person. And
she would
I've
not
also,
take a nude pic in the lavatory and send it to her
No,
husband.
she also was
I
like,
think she
I've
should.
seen my sons pee everywhere in a bathroom, and I'm
Yeah.
not doing it.
Yeah, pee over every wall.
So she's like,
Um,
no,
I don't know if you smell this or not, but this dog is blasting us with farts.
I do not.
Oh my God, it stinks so bad.
She's
in the
a gassy
studio.
lady today.
Like, I'm seriously gonna pass out. How do we deal with this?
Now I smell it. We can't. We just move on.
Oh God,
We be
Nora.
professional and keep going forward.
Oh, horrible. Life with Air podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction and Michael Weems Collection. You can get his stuff in Palm Springs and Palm Canyon Drive. And if you really want his stuff, you can order it online at
MichaelWeems.com.
Good job, Keeks.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, if you like this podcast, rate us a 5 and follow us. You can subscribe and share us with a friend. That helps. Click those 3 little dots and click copy link. Spotify.
Wow.
Spotify.
The gas is getting to you.
I'm like, I can't think.
You're
My
gonna pass
brain is
out.
going to fall out. Yeah. Or Apple Podcast, and that helps us out a lot. So if you can do that, that would be great.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yes. But anyway, dear, guess what?
Yes, darling.
We have to go to Los Compadres.
We do. It's Saturday night, standing Los Compadres.
We're going to go with Rob and Carly
Yep.
to Los Compadres. And it's that time. Let's call.
Wow.
Who are we going to cheers today, baby?
As I said, because I'm really love my country, we are going to cheers the military. Happy 250th birthday.
Happy 250th birthday to our I think it's just the Army, I believe.
Oh, it's just that makes sense. That seems to be the oldest
Yeah.
branch.
But
Okay, happy birthday to the Army.
but we'll still cheer all the military.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks for protecting us.
Yes, we should send the military a bottle of Juicy Tits vodka.
Oh my God, we should.
I know, a case of Juicy Tits.
I mean, I feel like that's
Where do
not
we
gonna last
send
long.
that
Not
to?
positive.
Not when we send. If we send that to a bunch of
Will it make
young men,
it?
it's gonna.
I distract them from their job.
Maybe we shouldn't send them. Maybe we shouldn't send them a case
Right.
of Juicy Tits vodka.
Right.
Dear,
Yes, darling.
it's been a pleasure. I love you.
It's been a pleasure.
Subscribe
too.
or follow us on wherever you get this podcast, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you.